Somebody asked me recently if, what happens to the divine masculines when the divine feminines totally, completely pull back their energy. So I thought I would do like a little read on it. I mean, just talking to some of the masculines from my experience, they can totally feel it. So a lot of times with these true love relationships, they do, when you guys are in separation or not near each other, you're still feeling each other. So one of the things that I suggest to even determine whether it's your energy or the others is to look for this. You may feel like totally happy one day, just totally full of joy and running around having the best of times. All of a sudden, you just plummet. You're just like totally depressed and sad, and you have no idea why. It's just come out of nowhere. Then I want you to stop and say, is this my energy or my twin flame? And then that's going to, you'll feel either side like light up. You got to learn to decipher yes from no and stuff like that if you want to become more intuitive and be more like self-aware. So if you get that it's that person, the other person, then it takes it off of you. It makes you lighter. It makes you realize, oh, it's just them. And just the realization lifts it off of you. But what you could do to support them is just like send from your heart to theirs, just love, surround them in pink. Just be like, I believe in you. You're all right. Everything's going to be okay. I love you. Whatever you want to send them, just send them love and support. That's the best way to handle that. If it's too intense and too crazy, just ask the angels to like kink the cord of like, to take like a hose and like kink it so that they can just separate your energies for a while. And they really feel that too. They feel like the lack of support being gone, but sometimes you have to protect yourself that way. So work with whatever angels, okay. So one of the things that they feel, what I just got with those two cards was, and oh my gosh, I just keep talking. I wasn't sure. I didn't think the message was ready yet, but it is. Okay, so I got the 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups as to what happens to them when you completely just forget about them and mind your own business. The 9 of Cups is they become single. They become flourishing and single and abundant. It's like they set out to become single of any kind of karmic people, and they step into their best life, basically. And the 2 of Cups is they realize who their true love is because they yearn for them. They think about them all the time, and they start seeing signs and synchronicities. And then the Ace of Cups is wanting to offer a new love. So essentially, when you mind your own business and make yourself happy, I'm talking to the divine feminines right now, that's the person who's chasing as opposed to the one who's running in this relationship. They start to realize their self-sabotage. They go within and they start to see what they've been doing to sabotage themselves, and they become strong because, adversity often causes problems. I mean, it causes enlightenment. It causes like awareness. It causes you to see what you've been doing to yourself. So they will go within and they listen to their intuitions, and sometimes they get real stuck, but then they come to this awareness of, wow, I'm really hurting myself. This is really ridiculous. I'm yearning for this other person and this new beginning with this wonderful other person. And I feel like I'm such a weakling, and I'm such I'm so codependent, and I'm so imprisoned by this. And, this gal here, she really goes within for her ultimate truth. And she's like, let me get to the bottom of this. She's like I feel like in this picture, she's like in her power. She's like, wait a minute, I'm done running around chasing my tail like that. I'm done caring what anybody else thinks. They get to a point where it just comes to a climax because they're just like, I don't care anymore what anybody thinks of what I really want. I'm going to conjure up the strength to turn that wheel of fortune and throw the devil off. The devil is anything that's unhealthy and toxic for you. So they turn that wheel of fortune because they know that they're going to have better luck, and they'll be ushering in that new person into their lives as they have that better luck going on. So they realize their insecurities and fears. They bring temperance to their insecurities and fears, meaning, they're afraid of this offer. They're afraid of the balance that's going to be created with the new person, or whether it will be balanced. They might be afraid that maybe it won't be. but they want to create like a reciprocated back and forth type of energy with you. And they start overcoming these fears and they become independent and they cut the other person away and they find their ultimate truth. They have a lot of boundaries with this person that the devil, they have boundaries with the devil, and they gain clarity on their self-sabotage issues, on how to become independent and flourishing, how to get past those fears and insecurities, maybe take you out for dinner, travel with you. Maybe they become more clear of, their plans with you, what they want to do with you, what they want to do with you. What else happens to these guys when they can't stop thinking about you? You think that you're the only one thinking about them? No, they're thinking about you all the time, you guys. All the time. You're torture for them as well. They shut it down. They drink a lot. They go have sex with other people or do whatever they have to cope because they're so scared of facing happiness. God forbid you should be happy. They're so funny sometimes, their logic. But they are thinking about you. All right. They will also be realizing how dissatisfying it is to be ignoring you and to be keeping you locked out of their lives. And they're going to want to take a risk on a new beginning with you and offer you their love. So, and you help them cut through illusions. You help them cut through illusions. They will be confused for a little while why they don't feel you, or why they're like, what the heck is going on right now? She's not calling anymore. She's not texting. She's not doing anything. But it helps him become more and more certain of his truth and gain more and more clarity that you are truly the one he can be most vulnerable with and has the brightest future with. And that they deserve this. I just felt like I need to get a couple of romance cards as well. Thank you, Spirit, for this delightful message. And, it's just, we knew this. I feel like also they think about opportunities, because I'm looking over at this card. Live in the moment, let go of the past. There's no point worrying about the future. A wonderful opportunity exists for you today. They're finally willing to take on the opportunity. They get to a point where they're just like, what am I doing wasting time? This is ridiculous. This is an incredible opportunity I need to jump on. And they learn to have faith, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. So a lot of these guys actually kind of wake up to spirituality. They wake up to woo-woo stuff. They wake up to intuition. They wake up to instinct. They wake up to having a real relationship with God, the kind that's within you, not going to church all the time and pretending. It's like deeper than that. It goes beyond that. It's like enlightenment. They start to trust that it is true love. The more that they watch you and spy on you, I'm surprised the spy card hasn't come up, but they do watch you and they do spy on you and they try to gather more information because they're just like, why'd she cut me off? Did she start dating? Like, what the hell? They get FOMO going on. They get like, oh my gosh, she's my true love. She better not go out with some other guy. I've been really stupid being with this karmic person and now I need to get going. And they kind of have a fire light up. And it's because they know that you're ultimately the person they want to be with. And look at the cupids in both of these cards. Somebody's helping them out, helping them trust this connection and stop being so skeptical and stubborn. And they're pushing them your direction. They're making them fantasize about you. And they're making them imagine how this is going to be when it all comes together. It's cute. I just got the cutest energy with that. These little cupids are like, you have a past life connection. There's no escaping this. You've known each other before. That's why you feel so comfortable with each other and at home and why you want to devour each other. All right, so pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you and soulmate. So they look for the signs and synchronicities that are pointing them to you also. They start getting them more and more often. And they start understanding the red flags about the karmic. They start seeing things for what they really are. If you're a masculine watching this, then what you need to do is just pray that you see the truth in all things. Thank you so much for showing me the truth in all things. Pray to know the truth, and you will, and you'll know who's your soulmate. You'll know who your true love is. It'll become more obvious to you as you start to pay attention to subtleties Pay attention to the way they talk to you, the way they lure you, the way they might be manipulating you, or the way that they're just calmly waiting for you in a very loving, compassionate way, helping humanity and helping, on fire with their divine life purpose. Which one is it? Is it this one that you feel real sweet about and can't stop thinking about, that you feel intimidated to be with? Or you want to go with this one? He's kind of spooky and luring you in with those spooky arms and trying to play games with your head and trying to, get pregnant and trying to do all kinds of things to try to keep you to have your money. Which feeling do you want to have? Do you want to have that feeling in your life? It looks like that looks just weird to me. Or do you want that? Anyway, okay, let's ask. Since you're watching this for your masculine, let's see what he has to say to you real quick, and then we'll be done with this. Thank you for asking that question, by the way, the person who asked that. Anytime you guys have any kind of questions for me, you can text me 817-219-8831, or you can let me know in WhatsApp what you want me to talk about, or you can email me at amysforreal@gmail.com. That's the number 4. What's your masculine have to say to you right now? You have great taste. That is so funny. Aren't they like that, though? If only they were that confident, but they would so say that to you. You have good taste. I'm a catch. Some of you actually are talking about food too. I feel like some of you have gone out for dinner and had, you guys have similar taste buds. That's funny. I love getting that one. I admire your willingness to help others. So they know that you're stepping in your power. They know that you are living your purpose, and you really are making a difference in your own sweet way. I hope my child grows up to be like you. He wants to have babies with you. He does not want to have babies with her. I mean, I know some guys that are with the karmic that actually are texting their feminines or calling them even and saying, I'm stuck with her, but I'm really, really desperately trying to get out of that situation. And I really want to be with you. And I really want to have kids with you. And then my family, I know that we'd be so happy. They know what it's like plain as day. And they know they're settling with that karmic person. And they're telling her, I'm coming for you. So, that's, some of them know where they're going and they're just trying to escape. You're one of the most reliable people I know. So one feminine, I said, you know what, as long as he's talking to you and being so honest with you, thank God, it's like so many masculines don't say a word, but this particular feminine, he's been confiding in her and telling her how he feels and that he wants out. And I told her, I said, help him with an exit plan, come up with like how he can get out of that, or let him know that he can come stay with you if he does get out of there and he needs a place, or, maybe brainstorm with him. And she offered that up to him, and he was really grateful. He's like, thank you so much for being there for me, because she had been through her own kind of situation with a karmic. So she was just like, I got out of it. So you can get out of yours too. Let's get out of our unhealthy situations and be together finally. And he really wants, he really knows that they're going to be together the rest of their lives. This guy is serious, and his karmic, wow, he just goes through the ringer with that girl. Like every time he tries to go be with his feminine to try to like express his heart or just, connect again and whatever, it's like she is just all over it. So if you're trying to be controlling of your man, you're probably the karmic. If you're trying to if you're really frightened you're going to lose him, he's going to run off to somebody else, you could be a karmic. Just let him go, because people they'll naturally go toward the person that they love the most. So if your man is going to another woman, let him go, as far as I'm concerned, because why try to stop it? Why put a kink in the spokes? Go get your own man that you're going to love more than anything on the planet. You deserve to have that kind of love too. Don't fake it. Go get the real thing. Your laughter is contagious. So Yeah, this is probably one of the things that he plays in his mind all the time is your laugh. He just loves it. I hope my kids grow up to be like you. Didn't we already get that one? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh, I just said there weren't more than one. This is like the exact same one. What? Whoa. Okay. Yeah, he wants to have kids with you. I mean, okay, not everybody's going to want to have kids, but dang, that showed up twice and I just said there weren't two of every. What? I'm just like, what was that? I would trust you with my life. You wouldn't trust that karmic. She's very manipulative. She's deceitful. Your creativity is inspiring, so keep it up, girls. Just go about your own business and you know, create, inspire. You're a gift to those around you. And he knows it. He wants to be with you. He's trying to get out of this. And so just mind your own business, do your own thing. Just go be happy, put them out of your mind, and you're going to really help expedite things. And just send him love. You know, if you do think about him, just send him love. Or if you do feel his energy, send him love. He's missing you when you're not talking to him. And you're like, well, then why doesn't he just call? Why doesn't he just pick up the phone and say hello? Well, he's just not ready yet. He doesn't have all his ducks in a row. He doesn't need all his ducks in a row. But, you know, you have to be like emotionally ready for this new chapter to begin. So don't be so hard on him. And a lot of times they don't feel worthy of you. They feel worthy of the karmic. They feel worthy of being treated like crap. They don't feel worthy of having somebody treat them really good and having deep, awesome sex. They just don't feel worthy in general, you know? But they're getting past it. They'll work through it. So watch this message a bunch of times if you need to remind yourself of what happens to these masculines when you pull your energy back from them. All right, guys, have a beautiful day or evening, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.